Hey guys, welcome to a new vlog. I missed last week for vlogs. Honestly, the week flew by and I just didn't feel good. And when it came down to it, I honestly think it was because number one, my bananas were green and I hate green bananas, so I didn't make smoothies, which I put protein powder in. So number one, I was starting my day off poorly, and then we were also getting takeout a lot. And so I just wasn't feeling good and I wasn't sleeping good, and just nothing happened. Nothing. If something happened, I'll insert it in this video, but yeah. And I do think my vlogs might be a little spotty coming up because we are hoping to go to the cottage. My birthday's coming up and I just don't want to feel pressured to do stuff to make a video, if that makes sense. But you can see I did get a little progress done here, so I'm going to show you that. And Lily is still claiming this spot. We have not been able to sit in that spot for a few weeks now because she decided after months of not sitting in here that was now her spot. So I don't know who else just goes along with what their pets want, but we definitely do. And you can see there's just stuff moved around. I just took a bunch of photos for the first time in forever. It was a sunny day. My hair was clean so I could curl it. I just felt in a better space. So I took a bunch of photos, which is great. So we had Chris's dad over the other night and we brought one of the chairs in from the kitchen because we still don't have great chairs for here. And Chris wants me to leave it in here, but I don't think that's gonna happen. It feels so empty in the kitchen without it. So I'm gonna put all that stuff back, but I will show you how the kitchen looks because it does look a little bit bare without the chair there. You can see there's also piles of stuff. When I take photos, I pile things outside of the shot. So this is where the piling zone was, but it feels so empty without the chairs there and I miss it so much. I realize how much I sit in it. And when it's not there, it makes a huge difference. So you can see this wasn't in the shot either, but the rest looks nice and tidy. I still want to switch out this print and I just haven't got around to that. So yeah. The art prints came inevitably. I screw one of them up with the sizing and that was the bigger one. Unfortunately, I don't know if it was my fault or what, but I want to show you this one because I think it's beautiful. The detail in it I didn't quite notice before, but it is beautiful. So I will link this in the description box. Then this one, I was worried that I also screwed it up, but I don't think I did. I think it's just perfect. But I do really love this one. And honestly, the one that I picked to put in here, I'm fine to leave the one that's in there for now. Not a big deal. The only one that I couldn't live with how it was this one, so we're going to switch that out. I am a little bit anxious because I do love the print that's in here. I wanted this frame size, but I got it from Minted and you can see that it is sealed in there, unfortunately. So I'm gonna have to cut the backing, which I don't like, but all in the name of design, right? I'm mostly using this opportunity to film because look at how cute Lily looks. But also I got this up. It's hard to see because there's quite a reflection on the glass, so maybe that's a sign that I should have done no glass. But it looks pretty good. Like I said, this one is supposed to be the print that's on the TV. I don't think I like the coloring in that one, but I think it's good enough for now. And then I just ordered a battery-operated picture light that I might try putting above whenever that comes, but I think it's gonna be a few weeks. I'm not sure how much I've spoken about this issue, but basically we park in our backyard and there is a barn door that slides open for us to park and then close it and lock it. It is frozen open right now, and that means anyone walking down the areas behind our house can see in, which is mostly just like neighbors, but I don't like it. So, and plus, like, what if I mean, our backyard, someone opened the door to the backyard and broke into the car. So I don't know, I guess maybe that's partly why this security issue is feeling like a problem to me. I don't like this is all windows. So I installed a curtain rod that I found on Amazon. I'll link it in the description box. And it's gold and it's beautiful. And I've been trying to figure out the curtain situation. I have some coming from Amazon today that are the same brand as the ones in the bedroom that I love. So I'm hopeful that those are gonna work out, but I wanna show you one of the issues I've been experiencing kind of with the curtain rod. I've taken one half of it down now, so this is gonna be hard to explain. But you can see how there's 4 windows here, and basically what I decided is that I wanted a curtain panel per window, and I like when there's a section there, a section here, skip here, section here, section here. It just looks really pretty. Can't really show you now because I've taken it down. Rather than having basically 2 panels, if that makes sense. And part of the reason that I really like this is because we have vents on either side. And when there's a big chunk of curtains, it means that the air is not pushing out properly. So, I mean, it's visually and just generally works well. But this rod is in 4 sections. So there's like a skinny piece of rod that fits in a big piece of rod, and then there's a skinny piece of rod that's over there that fits into a big piece of rod. And basically on that section where the rods join was making it really hard to open the curtains. This side was working perfectly because of where the joint is. But on that section, the joint was in a strange spot. I mean, it's kind of hard to understand, but it's mostly to do with the sections. Like this one's a small section and then a big section, like the diameter of the rod. And it's the opposite on this side. So what I'm doing is I am going to cut the rod. So I made a mark on where I'm gonna cut it so that the joint lines up with here, so that when I pull these curtains back, it doesn't get caught. It was getting caught like about here, and I want it to be more like there. Anyways, maybe this is just a random ramble that you guys don't care about, but so I'm gonna go take, I think it's a hacksaw, and cut that by hand. You can see I got these really nice curtain rings. On the other panels, I have taken off these little clips, so I gotta work on that. But I thought I had some time because I was waiting for the new curtains to come. These ones are ones that I used to have in the bedroom. They're like the IKEA hack ones that I put these pinch pleat things in and stitched it so that they look nice. I just think that the white is too white in here because I feel like I'm trying to make the kitchen more of like an organic feel. So the curtains that are coming today have more of an oatmeal color and a little bit of pattern to them. So we'll see how they look. I'll show you. So I cut it. It was a little work, but I'm hoping that's gonna fit back up there okay. But like I said, on this side, I had removed the little clips. So I think I ought to do that and then put these on before I hang it back up, because I think otherwise I'm just gonna have to undo it again. So I may as well just put in the effort now to put them up properly. Also, these were bought completely separate from those. It just worked out that they fit and were a good match. The only thing is that I have to take off the clips. So I got them and I've undone one, but I don't know that I like it. I don't know what I thought. So I'm not really sure what I'm gonna do. And that's where we're at. Gonna ponder it, I guess. I could just leave the white ones for now. It's not like it's the biggest deal. I already own them. But I wanted to make a more permanent decision. I got a special PR package. This was gifted. And it is one of those fancy always pans. I'm sure you've seen it advertised before. So I got the steam color, I think it's called. And they are sending me some special other thing that goes with it that I think is under embargo right now or something. So I will show you that when it comes, and it is not under embargo. I think we got it all. So I've never used one of these before, but the idea is that this is the only pan that you need. Help you do more with less. So you can boil, sear, serve, blah, blah, blah from this, which is kind of cool. Comes with this, and then it comes with a special spoon that has a little spot so it rests there, so you don't need a spoon rest. It has a biodegradable bag, so they've put a lot of thought into all of this, including the packaging, so it's recyclable or biodegradable. So that is nice. So the idea is that that sits there when you're cooking. I think you can put this whole thing, no you can't, can you? I'm trying to think if you can put the whole thing in the oven or not. Have to look into that. But pretty cool. I look forward to testing this out, and I will let you know if it is worth the hype. I'm trying to understand how this all fits together. And it came with a little scrub brush. So that is pretty cool. I'll have to look up a little bit more about it so I can tell you a bit more. And then there's some other special thing that's coming. So hopefully I will get that soon, and then I can put it all in the clip together so that you have a better understanding of what is going on, and maybe I will have a better understanding of all the cool benefits of this. It's me again. I just learned a new thing. So I was trying to understand why this little lip was there, and it's so that you can keep your spoon in there and put the lid on, and it's got this little arrow, I guess, pointing towards that. So that is very smart. Today was the first day that I've actually worked from up here, and it's still a mess, but I was cleaning up the rest of the house, and I'm tired of having my stuff on the dining table, so I decided to bring it up here. And I liked it. It's a little bit chillier because it's the third floor. And I was able to order the shelves for the IKEA cabinet finally. I think I mentioned before, it's all like hanging space in here. It's a little bit of shelving, but it's not entirely useful. So I ordered a bunch of shelves to put in that had been out of stock for quite a while. I am thinking that I'm going to shift this whole unit over just to the edge of the heating there so that it's not overlapping the bed so much. I've also been thinking I want to add paneling to the front and paint it, which we've talked about, but I'm also thinking of raising it up like I have downstairs, so I can put baseboard that matches the rest of the room, and then this will be more flush with the ceiling, and there's no molding in here, so I think that it will look a little more built in. Not really sure what I'm going to put here. I had thought about putting a mirror and not shifting it over, but because the heating's there, that's not going to work. So, we'll see. Maybe I will put some hooks in like a little frame. And then I have a really good idea for here. I'm really excited about this. So, where I'm sitting right now is on the bed. There's like the little area here for the desk, and I was thinking if I built in bookcase, and this is the chimney, but I can't put a fire there, but I was like, what if I do a fake fireplace? Not like an electric one, but just one that's like a mantle that doesn't actually function, which a lot of people have random mantles in their houses now that aren't functional. So I was like, okay, what if I put like a little mantle, a fake fire and whatever, and then like a piece of art. I mean, ideally it would be nice to put a TV there. And I did think, what if I got a slightly smaller desk that was along this wall, so then I could see the TV, have my bookcase there, and then because I want this to be a multi-functional room, I did want some armchairs. I thought, what if I put the armchairs here so that if someone was using this as a guest space, they could watch TV, they could visit me while I'm working, I don't know. Or they could actually just go right here. So I don't know, that is something to think about, but not making any decisions about that right now. So I don't know, I'm pretty into that idea. Chris thinks that the fire is silly, but that's okay. I'm still gonna do it. One of the other jobs that I'm back to doing that I started a while back was I never finished the curtains, the rod. You can see it's kind of bowing up. Even though it said it was level, I'm guessing it's not. So I got some new curtain rings that are smaller that will fit because those ones are too big and they look a little bit silly. And then I can steam the curtains, make sure they're at the right height. I think they will be. This window is a little bit taller than the other one, so these curtains just aren't exactly the right length. So I have another panel of these curtains, and I was just going to add on to the bottom. I think that it won't be noticeable, and I also think I could make these curtains a little bit smaller. So that is also part of the plan. If you remember a while back, I don't even know if I talked about it, I was filling cracks on the wall in here because it's an old house and these walls are plaster, there's just cracks. So I was filling those, but I need to sand them, and then I think there might be some other cracking to fill and paint. So that is something I want to work on this weekend. It's not very exciting, but I think it needs to be done so that this project's finished and I can move on. I need to sort out the picture that was in here. You know, it's downstairs in the kitchen, which I talked about, and then I put this wreath here, but obviously it's not wintry enough anymore. And then these mice were from our Christmas tree. I bought this one for Chris, and then my mom bought this one, and I just thought it was kind of cute, so I put them up here, which is really silly. So I need to sort those out too. I got out the laser level, and the interesting thing is the two end pieces are actually equal. It's the middle piece that needs to lift up, which is interesting because I thought that it was just that I had mounted the one side too high or something, so that's interesting. I am working on the curtains today, so I've got those ones done and this left panel, but I really want to just show you how much of a difference it makes when you steam your curtains. So here's my steamer, and I've just been working away on it, and the left one looks so good, and it just really proves that I should have done this way, way earlier. And it's so easy to do too. I think it's way easier than ironing. I never showed you how the crack fixes turned out. I feel like they weren't super noticeable on camera anyways, but I did spend a lot of time working on that, and nothing in my house is perfect, but I think it was a big improvement. And I also avalanched and did that throughout our entire house because there were also some random cracks and things in the moldings that I was able to fix. Clearly didn't match the paint perfectly, but it is a bit better. I'm just on the third floor, but at the beginning of the video, or near the beginning, I mentioned a battery operated picture light that I just got. So I am just charging this in my office. It is rechargeable. It was about $86, and it has a warm light. You can see better on the rug. And it's adjustable, so I might rub and buff it, but I'll definitely give you an update when I do mount it. I'm just not sure where I'm going to mount it, and I'd also really like to test how long the battery life is, because I feel like that's useful. I will link this in the description box. I'm not sure if it's out of stock. I feel like it might be, but I will try to link it anyways. I'm just wrapping up the vlog here. Not feeling as glamorous as the beginning of my video, so mirror selfie videos is where it's at, but I do think that this general setting is pretty, so I'm okay with that. I feel like I'm ending the week on kind of a sad note. Just the state of the world and everything that's going on is challenging and upsetting. But I hope that you know that you don't have to bear the weight of the news from the world on your shoulders 24/7, and that it's okay to take a break and do something for yourself. So I hope that in this next week you are able to do something for you.